Have you ever walked into a room full of people and felt an immediate wave of panic? Your heart starts racing, your hands feel clammy, and your ears are burning. In your mind, it feels like you just set off a massive alarm. You are entirely convinced that every single person in that room can look at your face and see the exact level of anxiety pulsing through your chest. But here is a beautiful, liberating psychological truth. They can't see a thing. In behavioral psychology, this mental trap is called the illusion of transparency, also known as the spotlight effect. We live under the constant assumption that our inner world is projected on a giant screen for the world to see. But human beings are actually built like old brick houses. Whatever storm is happening inside stays behind the walls. Hi amigos, this is Kepler, and welcome back to the channel. Let's understand why our brains convince us that we are constantly on display, and how realizing this truth can instantly cure your social anxiety. Think of your mind like a theater production. You're standing backstage, surrounded by the chaos of the crew, the bright lights, and the heavy props. Because you are standing in the middle of it, the production feels massive and overwhelming. But the audience, sitting in the dark, only sees the final, quiet scene. They have absolutely no idea what is happening behind the curtain. Psychologists Savitsky and Gilovich proved this by studying people right before they had to speak in public. They took two groups of highly anxious speakers and gave only one group a simple piece of psychological advice. They told them about the spotlight effect. They explained, look, the audience cannot see your nervousness the way you think they can. Your racing heart is entirely hidden. The result was mind-blowing. The group that learned this secret didn't just feel better, they actually performed significantly better. Why? Because when you stop wasting cognitive energy trying to hide your anxiety, your brain suddenly has the free bandwidth to focus on what actually matters, your message. The audience rated them as more confident, more composed, and far more compelling. Just knowing that their backstage chaos was invisible gave them their power back. We think social media changed this, but it actually just amplified the illusion. Platforms are literally engineered to make you feel like you are standing under a permanent digital spotlight. Follower counts, view metrics, the constant fear of a screenshot. It builds this intense pressure where you feel like a public figure under constant surveillance. You might spend 20 minutes agonizing over a single sentence in a caption, or an hour curating a post, totally convinced that your entire feed is going to pull it apart and judge it. But there's a massive paradox here. We edit like curators, but we scroll like consumers. The harsh, comforting reality is that people scroll past your post in under 2 seconds. They aren't analyzing your life, your flaws, or your mistakes. They aren't studying you. They're too busy doing the exact same thing you were doing, worrying about their own digital image. Think about the immense amount of energy you have wasted managing an audience that doesn't exist. That awkward thing you said last week, the other person forgot it within 5 minutes because they were too busy remembering the awkward thing they said. If the spotlight isn't real, then neither is the stage. You don't have to perform anymore. Go wear the shirt you actually like. Ask the question that might sound silly. Try the thing you might fail at. The world is not watching you nearly as closely as your anxiety claims. They are far too busy wondering who is watching them. If you liked the video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to Psychology Universe. And finally, thanks for watching.